What you got?
A lot.
More.
Well, I just talked with Paul.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and so I think he's going to try. So apparently, originally it came out that he wasn't on scene, and apparently he's on.
He's
Yeah,
back there.
yeah, they got him. They called him, and after they called, he kind of like when he was on the phone, he was like, okay, like basically like I don't give that's what we took it as.
Yeah.
But
Is he still here?
yeah, he is. That's what I'm trying to. I'm my mind going so much I can't figure out what's going on.
What was it that he was stealing?
Money, straight cash. He had access to the recycle and the cash office
Yeah.
at CSM.
Yeah, I got it.
They can cash the advances to his own.
One of the suspect's responsibilities as manager was to collect and count money from all the store registers, then secure it in the bank vault. When the suspect came in on his day off, that's when another manager became suspicious.
You can't know what's there. And the only time you see that kind of stuff is when you hide. When you hide, you see craziness like that. People be.
Put it in that bag. See, he thought he was smart because he would leave out of there with the bag. You'll see him leave out and then go around the corner.
So is that one of y'all's cash deposit bags, or is that his personal?
Well, that's cash deposit bag, but he was using it as his own person.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's a legit.
Yeah, that's legit, but yeah, that's legit.
But that's a full bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the empty bag, and that's the bag empty, and then he gonna walk up, put it on this table.
Theft accusations are not something you just throw around without sufficient evidence. It's a pretty serious crime. Thankfully, Loss Prevention's collected footage of the manager moving the money around, which will be very helpful to the investigation.
Let me ask you this. So when you guys actually, for the people that are grab and drop, right? The people that are grabbing that stuff, what are they
supposed to be doing with it?
Like, I wouldn't imagine y'all's procedure for that kind of money. I wouldn't imagine they would just walk up and they'd be like, all right, I'm going to take a little bit here. I'm going to take a little bit here and put it in. I would imagine there's some kind of like, hey, I'm taking 20 grand to drop or whatever. They've got some kind of form or a printout.
Yeah.
So even if he were to say I was doing a legitimate thing, that's not y'all's process, correct? Like, you wouldn't just walk in with a bag and just start grabbing putting it in there.
No, because the money they're taking out of that machine, they're supposed to put it in a register. Like, so if you put it in the bag, the bag's supposed to go
to a register so they can put it in there.
He's using his numbers, so that's why he's putting his numbers in to get into the recycle. So you got to sign in so they can know exactly who's taking the money out of the recycle.
So there's several things about this then. Number one, the looking around, the going in, just walking in there and just willy-nilly grabbing X amount of whatever he grabbed.
They then bring the suspect to the Loss Prevention Unit to speak with a detective from the sheriff's office. It's safe to assume that he's fully aware that there are security cameras in the store, so that should be enough reason for him to just immediately come clean.
You have any idea what's going on?
Yeah, well, he was talking to me about some incidents, and I told him everything that I didn't remember it, and then other than that, I figured y'all would be here when they called me and talked.
Okay.
I know how to go.
Well, I'm not entirely sure about that part. Like I said, I just got it myself. I'm still working on it. It's actually quicker than I thought. Before we get going, I'm going to read you some information you're right now to take, okay? Read your notes. So, bear with me.
The suspect's mother was also informed and quickly arrived on scene. Though he was a full-grown adult, the officer still graciously allowed him to speak to his mom. Even the mother knew, however, that this is not something she can save her son from.
Call Inigo. Just call Inigo, please. Huh? Call Inigo, please. Mom, no, please. Mom, no, call Inigo.
I need you.
I'm gonna talk. Mom, no, just call. Please call. Just call.
Alex, I need you to tell me what's going on.
Mom, I don't know.
Before we get into that,
Just call. Please just call me.
I'm not trying to be rude, but he is an adult. I'm just extending the point.
Mom. Mom.
Let you know what's going on.
I don't.
Okay, before he starts going off everything
Mom,
else.
just call me. No.
Let him speak.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, yeah. Like you said, he's not about phone.
So I can't help you.
When they look into exactly how much money he stole from the store, the cameras showed that there were opportunities for the manager to commit theft. However, there was no footage of the man literally shoving money inside his pockets and leaving the store. The suspect then took advantage of this uncertainty.
Ah, there you go. It's still 12:37 a.m. All right. So that room is what? That's where you just left, right? That's the
Cash office.
cash office where the money recycling is. Got it. All right. So I don't know where you are because you're over here, out the side of the camera, right? Yeah, because you walked over there. There you are. See? Hey, how you doing, man? And then where are you going there? You walked out of the view from there. What's over that way?
So check out.
Okay, no, the first way you went, because you went that way, then you come out that way.
Returns.
Okay, so it's front, all right. So now this is the customer service returns area, right? Okay. Do you remember what you're doing at this point right here? Because you're outside the view of the one camera.
I don't remember any of this place.
Okay, there you go. What was that you just put right there?
I can't see that.
One might simply view him as an incredibly careless store manager, as he's seen on camera leaving bags with substantial amounts of cash lying around. But the detective knows there's more to it than just mere carelessness. So he then asked him why he was bringing bags of money to self-checkout.
Why? What are you going to do to self-checkout? Why are you going to self-checkout?
Stop conceal.
Where's the money?
If
Okay.
to be honest, if I want to take money from Walmart,
Oh no, I'm clarifying. Like I said, I just got here.
like this is my thing, right? If
Uh-huh.
I can obviously see the evidence showing where I've done the cash advances and stuff.
Why are you just like you are? I got you.
I'm basically at this point how I'm feeling is if I would have stole that money, I would not. If I was stolen from Walmart, I wouldn't have came back several other times.
I got you.
If it was me, I was taking the money. To be honest, what smart criminal is going to come back and keep hitting up the same place when they know they have a team of people that can obviously issue? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm way smarter than that. If I was going to steal from Walmart and steal money, I would take it all in one chunk and then walk out.
Even though he wasn't seen grabbing cash, the suspect still hid from the camera's view to go to self-checkout with a bag full of money. Then when he came into view again, he just put the bag on the table where anyone could just grab it. Since the money wasn't in the bag anymore, this gave the officers reasonable suspicion.
I know it's not standard procedure to throw $9,000 onto a counter.
Right.
Because that's crazy. And then what's even crazier is nobody goes by and takes that $9,000 out of the bag. That's even crazier, but the bag is empty. And again, you're still there, you're still in the store. See, that's, again, not sound like smart. That's problem across.
Right.
So what I'm trying to figure out is I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubts. And then the other thing that, that I find interesting. I know you're saying understand, or you don't recall the situation. I got that, okay? Because, stuff happens. I got you. Like, I don't remember what I do sometimes, too.
It's easier. And at this point, whatever I can do to not have to have a record on my thing until I get a job, I'm willing to do it. It's what I told him. I don't remember taking anything. I really don't remember the situation. This specific situation, seeing it, yes, I was here. I remember that. Other than that, he said it's been multiple occasions. I don't remember.
Well, I'm not worried about multiple occasions right now. I'm not. I'm worried about this incident.
So far, the officer's been very direct and assertive with his questions. Since this didn't lead to a confession, he switched his tactics up and tried to be more empathetic and non-threatening. But will this approach make the suspect confess?
I don't think you're a dyed-in-the-wool criminal by any stretch of imagination. I don't think you're cold calculating anything like that. I think it was an opportunity to see some easy money. I mean, besides, Walmart's a big company. So they do $9,000 like that, obviously, because there's at least $9,000 in the drawer, right? They're probably insured. They're probably going to get the money back from the bank. And it almost sounds like it's like a victimless for the BlackRock big company, multi-billion-dollar company. What the hell's $9,000 here?
There's no such thing as a victim.
What's that?
So there's no such thing as a victim.
Yeah, no, there's not.
It's clear the officers made some progress, as the suspect suddenly asked to speak to his lawyer. Then, on the ride to the police station, he finally confessed to his crimes. However, when he was interrogated, he said he wasn't the only person involved in this scam.
When you put the money out there, who did you put that for that night specifically? What would have prompted you to tell somebody that money was back there?
Because I know that some of them need extra help as far as like paying their bills and stuff.
Okay.
and they're not getting the hours from Walmart.
They're not getting what?
They weren't getting their hours from Walmart.
So they're not getting the money, the hours from Walmart. They need the money. Did they ask you to come up with this system? How is this system hatched? Who's the mastermind behind it? Honestly, how would they know about it unless they're privy to the way you log into the system and everything? Is this something that you told them?
Well, they already knew that only certain people can log in with their imprint in the recycler. But I have had discussions with other associates on numerous occasions on how to basically steal from Walmart without getting or like raising red flags.
The total amount stolen by the manager was a staggering $86,543. He was charged with organized scheme to defraud over $50,000 and was then escorted to a detention facility without incident.